Imagine waking up every morning tired, even after a full night's sleep. Your bones ache, your mood feels low for no reason, your hair is thinning, and you keep asking yourself, why am I always exhausted? What if I told you that one simple deficiency, something as basic as vitamin D, could silently be behind all of this? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might completely change the way you look at your health. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, but in reality it behaves more like a powerful hormone in your body. It talks to your bones, your muscles, your brain, your immune system, even your mood. Yet, millions of people today are deficient without even realizing it. We spend more time indoors, cover our skin, use sunscreen constantly, and live under roofs, fans, and screens, and slowly our natural connection with sunlight weakens. The result is a deficiency that quietly grows for years before it finally shows up through symptoms that many people simply ignore. Most people think vitamin D is only about bones, but that's just the beginning. When levels start falling, the first thing many people notice is T-bone pain. It is tiredness that never seems to go away. You wake up tired, you feel sleepy during the day, and even simple tasks feel heavy. Then comes body aches, especially in the lower back, legs, and hips. Climbing stairs feels harder, standing for too long feels painful, and muscles feel weak as if they don't have strength anymore. Some people even say they feel older than their age. But vitamin D deficiency doesn't stop there. It also affects the mind. Low vitamin D is linked with low mood, irritability, anxiety, brain fog, and even depressive feelings. You may feel less motivated, less enthusiastic, and emotionally drained for no clear reason. You may forget things more often or struggle to focus. Many people never connect these emotional changes with a nutritional deficiency, but the link is real and scientifically proven. Then there are immune issues. You might notice that you fall sick more often, frequent flu, throat infections, cold, cough, or slow recovery from illness. Vitamin D helps your immune cells recognize and fight infections. When it is low, your body's defense system becomes weaker. Skin problems can appear, hair fall increases, nails become weak, wounds heal slowly, and in severe cases, bones become fragile, leading to osteoporosis or fractures, even with minor injuries. Now, the important question is, why does vitamin D deficiency actually happen? Sunlight is the biggest natural source, but modern lifestyle keeps us away from it. We wake up, go from home to office, school, or indoor work, spend most of the day under artificial lights, and step back inside before the sun can do its job. Pollution, darker skin tone, covering the body fully, living in cold regions, and staying mostly indoors all reduce vitamin D production in the skin. But sunlight alone is not the full story. Certain medical conditions can also interfere with absorption. People with gut issues like IBS, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, or poor digestion may not absorb vitamin D properly. Overweight individuals often have lower active vitamin D because it gets trapped in fat tissue. People with kidney or liver problems may not convert vitamin D into its active form. Aging also reduces the skin's ability to produce vitamin D, and yes, long-term sunscreen use blocks UVB rays that are necessary for vitamin D synthesis. Many people think that drinking milk alone fixes vitamin D deficiency, but the reality is different. Food sources provide only a small amount. Fatty fish like salmon, egg yolk, liver, fortified milk, butter, and mushrooms contain vitamin D, but not usually enough to correct deficiency alone. That is why deficiency is so common worldwide, even in sunny countries where people are rarely tested. At this point, you may already be asking yourself, do I also have vitamin D deficiency? If you constantly feel tired, experience unexplained joint or muscle pain, mood changes, hair fall, frequent infections, or sleep problems, there is a strong possibility. However, the only accurate way to know is through a blood test called 25-hydroxy vitamin D. Many people guess and start supplements randomly. But testing gives clarity about how low the levels actually are and what treatment is needed. To correct vitamin D deficiency, the most natural and powerful source is still sunlight. Your skin is designed to make vitamin D when sunlight, especially UVB rays, touches it. The best time is usually morning to early noon, when the sun is bright but not harsh, depending on your climate. About 15 to 30 minutes of sun exposure on arms, face, and legs, without sunscreen for that short duration, can greatly boost vitamin D production for many people. However, always avoid getting sunburnt, and if you have very sensitive skin or medical conditions, talk to your doctor first. One important thing many people don't know is that sunlight through glass windows does not work. UVB rays cannot pass through glass, so sitting inside the car or behind a window will not help your vitamin D levels. Also, immediately showering and scrubbing with strong soap, right, after sunlight exposure may reduce the conversion process on the skin. It is ideal to wait a little while before using harsh soaps on sun-exposed areas. Now, let's talk about diet. Even though food alone is usually not enough to completely fix deficiency, it plays an important supportive role. Foods like salmon, sardines, and mackerel contain vitamin D. Egg yolks are another natural source, along with liver and fortified dairy like milk or yogurt, where vitamin D is added. Mushrooms exposed to sunlight also contain a plant form of vitamin D. Combining these foods with healthy fats helps absorption because vitamin D is fat-soluble and needs fat to be properly utilized by the body. But for many people, sunlight and diet still aren't sufficient, especially when levels are very low. That is where supplementation becomes important. Doctors usually prescribe vitamin D3, which is more effective than D2 in raising blood levels. Depending on the severity of deficiency, some people are advised weekly high-dose capsules, while others take smaller daily doses. It is very important not to self-prescribe megadoses for long periods because excess vitamin D can also cause problems like high calcium levels, nausea, kidney stones, or weakness. That is why testing and proper guidance matter, along with supplements. Magnesium plays a hidden but important role. Your body needs magnesium to activate vitamin D. If magnesium is low, vitamin D supplements may not work well and can cause cramps or fatigue. Green leafy vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes help support magnesium levels naturally. Similarly, vitamin K2 helps guide calcium into bones instead of arteries, which is why many vitamin D supplements now include K2 as well. Lifestyle also matters. Poor gut health can block vitamin D absorption, so chronic acidity, bloating, constipation, or IBS should also be addressed. Reducing alcohol, quitting smoking, maintaining a healthy weight, and improving sleep quality all support hormone balance and vitamin D metabolism. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, light jogging, and resistance training not only improve mood and bones, but also increase the body's responsiveness to vitamin D. Another key point is to listen to your body's signals during recovery. As vitamin D levels improve, many people report better energy, deeper sleep, reduced pain, improved mood, stronger immunity, and even clearer skin. But healing takes time. It may take weeks to months, depending on how low your levels were and how consistent you are with sunlight, diet, and supplementation. There is also a psychological side to all of this. When you feel tired and low all the time, life itself starts to feel heavy. You blame yourself for being lazy, when in reality your body is simply missing the support it needs. Understanding your deficiency gives you permission to stop blaming yourself and to start supporting yourself. You begin to see your body not as a problem, but as something that simply needs nourishment and balance. Soon we will pull everything together: how to build a simple daily routine to maintain vitamin D naturally, and how to protect your levels for life. Now let's talk about building a simple, realistic daily routine that supports healthy vitamin D levels. Not just for a few weeks, but for the long term. Start by giving your body regular sunlight. Try to step outside during late morning or around midday a few times a week, letting natural light touch your skin. Even a short daily habit like walking on your terrace, sitting in the courtyard, or doing light stretching outdoors can slowly rebuild your levels. Think of sunlight not as a luxury, but as a basic nutrient your body was designed to receive. Next, make your meals work for you instead of against you. Include natural fats like nuts, seeds, olive oil, desi ghee in small amounts, and avocado if available. Because vitamin D is better absorbed with healthy fats, pair eggs, fish, or fortified milk with these fats to maximize benefit. Try to reduce highly processed foods, sugary snacks, and constant junk eating because chronic inflammation in the body interferes with vitamin D utilization and bone health. Hydrate well, support your digestion, and pay attention to your gut because the healthier your gut is, the better your body can use the nutrients you give it. There are also groups of people who need to be especially careful. Women who cover most of their body with clothing, people who stay indoors due to work or study, older adults, those with darker skin tones, people who are overweight, or those dealing with chronic illnesses are at higher risk of deficiency. New mothers, people who frequently experience fractures or bone pain, and those with autoimmune issues are also commonly affected. For these groups, regular testing and guidance are especially important instead of guesswork. Seasons also play a role. In winter, sunlight exposure naturally decreases and deficiency becomes more common. That is why many people feel more tired, stiff, or low in mood during colder months. Being mindful of seasonal changes and planning exposure or supplementation accordingly can prevent levels from dropping again after recovery. Think of vitamin D not as a one-time fix, but as something you maintain just like sleep, hydration, and nutrition. Let's also clear a few common myths. One myth is that fair skin or living in a sunny country automatically protects you. In reality, many people in very sunny regions are still deficient because their lifestyle keeps them indoors. Another myth is that once you take vitamin D for a month, you are cured forever. Levels fall again if old habits return. And perhaps the most risky myth is that more is always better. Excess vitamin D can be harmful, so balance is the real goal, not extremes. So as we come to the end of this journey, remember this. Your body is always talking to you. Tiredness, body aches, low mood, weak bones, falling hair, poor sleep. These are not random problems. They are messages. And in many people, one silent reason behind all of them is vitamin D deficiency, quietly developing over months and years. You don't have to live your life feeling drained and weak. By reconnecting with sunlight, nourishing your body with real food, supporting your gut, moving daily, sleeping deeply, and using supplements wisely when needed, you give your body the chance to heal. Vitamin D is not just about strong bones, it is about strong immunity, stable mood, sharp mind, steady energy, and overall well-being. Get tested when needed, don't self-medicate blindly, and don't wait for problems to become severe. Your health is not an expense, it is an investment in every single moment of your life. Take small steps, stay consistent, and be patient with yourself. You deserve to feel healthy, alive, and strong, and sometimes one missing vitamin is the first key that opens that door. Pay attention to subtle changes in your body. If your bones stop aching, your energy improves, you fall sick less frequently, your mood feels lighter. If symptoms persist even after months, then it is important to get retested, check absorption issues, or consult a professional to rule out other deficiencies like B12, iron, or thyroid imbalances that can coexist with vitamin D deficiency and mimic similar symptoms. Deficiencies don't develop overnight, and they don't correct overnight either.